Hello, everybody, and excuse me. Welcome to Trends and Issues in Educational Technology. I wanted to take just a few minutes, hopefully short minutes, and kind of go through the syllabus with you, just like we would on the first day of class if we were together. So here's your syllabus. You can download it in Canvas. There's a couple different places that it's located. It's on the home page at the bottom, and there's also a page in the first module that has the syllabus in it, so you can get it there. And I also believe it's on when you click on the syllabus link on the left side of our Canvas page, you'll find it there as well. So 3 different places, so you should be able to find the syllabus without any problem. Okay, so first things first is always my contact information, and there's several different ways there you can contact me. Excuse me. I have a tickle. I apologize. My office is up on 3rd floor in Hughes Hall, so if you're ever on campus and want to pop in and say hello, please do so. I'd love to see you. Oh, I see a typo. This is wrong. So I will, it'll be correct on the copy of the syllabus that you'll be looking at. And there are not 2 H's in my email address, but that's okay. So the email there, there's Skype, and there's Twitter, and we are going to be using Twitter in this course, so you'll actually need to know that Twitter handle. In my office hours, and I put my cell phone number there. I take texts. Make sure, though, that if you do send me a text, you tell me who you are, because I don't have your number in my phone. Excuse me. It's horrible. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. So any of these ways to contact me, I am usually on campus Monday through Thursday, at least until 2:30. On Monday, Wednesday, I'm there till 4. Sometimes, excuse me, on Thursdays, I'm also there until 4:30. It just depends. So, but I'm most commonly there until at least 2 or 3 every day. And then, so if you want to catch me, you can do that. Make an appointment, and I'll hang around on any day. That's fine. I can do that as long as I'm not traveling somewhere to watch my son play basketball. But I always have Skype on when I'm at school, and Twitter's up, so I'm there. All right, so we're good with how to contact me. The first thing on the syllabus is the syllabus supplement, and there's also a link to that in Canvas under your important student resources. And that link will just take you to university's put together page with important dates, like when you can add and drop and when all the breaks are and last day of school and all that stuff. Where you can find assistance if you need it, the university policy on attendance, and just all those kind of things are in that one sheet right together. So you can check that out by going to that link. Okay. So this class is really a lot of fun, I think, because in this class, we talk about all the tools, the applications, the devices that people want to use in their classrooms, or maybe you don't know about that you might want to use in your classroom, or what they're predicting is going to be big in the classroom in the next few years. And is it good? Is it bad? You know, what are the pros, cons, all that stuff. So we'll have lots of discussions. We'll be using lots of different tools. You'll be creating materials and resources and starting a personal learning network. And so it's just a lot of fun to get in and dig in and just to learn about the new things, the latest things, and even what issues and challenges come with those things. So here's a description, the objectives. You can read those and kind of see what to expect in this course. Okay. As always, our standards, I believe all of you in this course are, except for I know one anyway, are in the technology integration specialist emphasis. So that's going to be our focus, is you finding the resources and being familiar with the resources that are available and how to find the new ones and stay on top of, which is difficult, I know, new things that are coming out and ways that technology is being used, so you can in turn go back and help your colleagues, because that's going to be your role as a integration specialist or the the technology lead teacher or facilitator, whatever you might become or you are now. Okay? It's your job to help the other teachers, your colleagues, even the administration, to integrate technology effectively. And there's the big thing. It's not just about the gadgets and the tools. It's why are we using them? How do they fit? How do they help enhance, enrich our technology and help our kids learn better? All right, so there's all the standards. Again, the knowledge base. We kind of build on all the time throughout all our classes. So you can go through those. You should be familiar with those by now. Okay. Materials for the course. You don't have to buy a textbook for this class. No book required. There is a report that we're going to use, so you need to download and have a copy of it. It's called the Horizon Report. And I don't think you've used it yet. I think we use it a little bit in professional development, but with using it in this class, that might change a little bit too. But so I don't think you have it yet. This is a report that is put together every year. For K-12, it's published in June. So we're using the 2013 report. In June, they'll come out with a new one for 2014. There's already a higher ed report for 2014 that's really interesting. So if you want to go find that, you can look at that too. We'll have various articles to read, blog posts, all that kind of stuff that'll be provided for you. And I'll do that through Canvas. Like this, there'll be videos to watch. If for some reason you need assistance with a video for accessibility purposes, you need the captioning or something like that, please let me know and we'll work that out without a problem. If you need a transcript or whatever, we can do that. There will always be web-based materials. You may be asked to sign up for a free application. I try to never ask you to use an application that'll cost you money. So they'll always have some kind of a free trial or like a basic version that's free. If you decide you really like it and want to pay for an extra something, you can. But I will never ask you to use a paid for application. All right? Well, I shouldn't say never because never's awfully restrictive. But I try not to do that. Sometimes when I give you an application to use, people think they have to pay for it. But for the most part, I want you to use the basics. I just want you to get in and say, oh, that's kind of cool. I might want to look at that a little closer. And then it's your choice if you want to go ahead and purchase the full-blown version of what we're doing. Okay? All right. So there will be some web materials, web resources that we'll have to sign up for and create accounts for. So don't be surprised when that happens. I'll try to give good directions as we go through for how to use those. Okay? Sometimes I'll have you explore it on yourself and figure it out on your own because that's part of the way we learn. Somebody says, well, I want to do such and such. Well, let me see what I can find. And then we go kind of search around and see what we can do. That's kind of going to be what this class is about as well. Discovering for ourselves. Okay? Here's a scenario. Here's what a teacher wants to do. How would you do that with what's available? Okay? So, it's going to be interesting. All right, late assignments in big red letters. It's here. It's also in Canvas on the syllabus page. No late assignments unless you make arrangements with me. If you communicate with me, I'll probably say yes, you can have an extra couple of days. Not a problem. All right? The key is communication. But no communication, forget it. If I haven't heard from you for a week or whatever, I get on and see that you haven't logged into Canvas for a week or you just logged on to it the day the day before the assignment was due, and that's the only time you've looked at it, and you're asking me for an extension, I'm probably going to say no. Okay? Just know that. So, that's the late assignment policy. No late assignments unless you talk to me first. And then we'll work it out. So you talk to me, great. I'll talk to you. If I've got something going on, something's later, whatever, I'll let you guys know. Okay? It's just a two-way street. We gotta communicate. Academic honesty. Basically, do your own work. Okay? There is a little section in the student resources module about plagiarism, copyright, citing sources, writing papers, all that stuff. to help you out if you need it. You're far enough into this whole thing now that I should hope you know this. All right? Do your own work. Okay? All right, that's all I'm going to do on that. We're all adults. We should know that. Okay, number 3 is pretty important. This semester I kind of outlined better for you what you can expect. Okay? From me in regards to communication. I've realized it's only taken me 6.5 years now that I cannot be available 24/7. And it's really easy as an online student to expect your instructor to be available. You know, you send an email and, well, why have they answered me? It's been 15 minutes, right? That's not going to happen. It's just impossible for that to happen. Between having classes to prepare, committees to be on, my own family, articles to write, stuff to research, all that, every other aspects that go with the job, just like you know, in your job, it's impossible to be there all the time. But I want to be present as much as I can. So I came up with a plan. All right. So Monday through Friday during the work days, I will sit down and check my email, probably about 30 minutes at a time, at 10 o'clock in the morning. And then I'll check it again at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, I might check it here and there throughout the day. Sometimes at lunchtime I'll pop on, but for the most part, you can count on 10 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon. Check it, see if there's any messages that need to be answered. Okay. In the evenings, I will check. I will check. I will try to check at 9 o'clock at night. So after I get my twins in bed and all that stuff, somewhere around 9 o'clock, I'll check again to see if anybody's emailed. All right. On weekends, I will try to check it once on Saturday and once on Sunday. I'm not guaranteeing you a time. Saturday's probably late morning, early afternoon, depends on what's going on. And then Sunday, probably early evening, late afternoon, early evening, somewhere in there, okay, that I will check. And so I'm not going to be, even though I do get email and stuff on my phone, it's not going to be sit down and look, except once a day on those days, okay? So I want you to grant me some grace here. 24 hours on weekdays from when you sent and 48 hours on weekends. Haven't heard from me by then, send it again. All right, just follow up. Say, and be nice about it. All right? Say, I sent you a message yesterday about 9:30 in the morning or something. I still haven't heard from you. I just want to check to make sure you got it. And I'll be, oh gosh, yes, there it is. Okay? Sometimes things get lost in my inbox, as you guys know. All the junk mail. I mean, I get hundreds of messages a day, and there's probably only 10 that I really want. So things can get lost in the shuffle. So it's okay to do that. Just remember, be nice when you ask again. Okay? We can do that. All right. Letter E, assignments for this course will be graded by the week following the initial due date. So if something's due, like you do have something that's due this coming this Thursday the 23rd. All right? I will have that graded by the 30th. Unless something incredibly crazy happens in that week, that's my plan. Sometimes I'll have it graded the day afterwards, depends on the assignment, or a couple days afterwards. But I'm always going to try to have it graded by the week following. That's what would happen if you were coming to class, okay? Because you wouldn't see me. So just know that. And you also know by now that I have a tendency sometimes to get behind. I'm going to try not to. So I'm going to tell you this. Our classes this semester are really big. You may notice that in your courses. Most of our classes have 25 to 35 people in them. And a lot of what we have asked you to do requires us to go in and kind of dig in to see that you've done what we've asked. So it takes time to grade it. It's not just, oh yeah, done, click. We're good. All right. But that's my goal. Okay, to get your assignments back to you within a week. All right, so that way you've got it, maybe before you have to turn something else in. So we'll keep on top of things. I really would like to be able to get things graded the day or the second day after you turned them in. And so we'll see how that works. But this is a good goal for me. Having them graded the week following. Okay. But if you submit something early, I'm not going to grade it until everybody's turned that assignment in on the assigned due date. So if something's due the 23rd, but you turn in the 21st, I won't grade yours until the 23rd or 24th maybe. Okay? So, hope that's all, I mean, don't hope that's all right, but I hope that's all clear with everybody. All right. Now, when we're doing any kind of posting to a discussion board, or maybe I ask you to do a blog post, that probably won't be in this class, but we'll do Twitter and those kind of things. I want you to know, I know that in the previous classes you've had with me, it's been like, I'm not sure what to do in this discussion board because I never see Mrs. Hudeberg. And there's actually a method to my madness on that one. I want those discussions pretty much to be led by you guys. Even though I put the questions out there, I want you guys to take that question and run with it. And as I've researched and been part of courses and things, I've noticed that if the instructor is there too often, that they influence what you say. You're typing what you think I want to hear. And that's not the point. Okay? I want you to think and have a conversation about the questions that are posed. Not try to give me an answer that you think is right. Because you know what? And most of what we talk about, there is no right answer. Absolutely no right answer to any of it. All the conversation is there to make you think. Okay? So that's why I kind of try to stay out of the discussion boards. All right? So I'm going to try something this semester and see how it works. So when we do discussions, here at the beginning, the first 2 or 3 weeks, I'm going to try to come in every other day or so and check and see what you've been doing. Maybe get us back on track, ask a leading question or two, whatever. And so try to be there a little bit more often. Then after about those first 3-4 weeks, I'm just going to come in maybe once a week. Maybe once every 2 weeks. I'm not going to come in there very often. Well, once a week, I guess, if our discussion just lasts a week long. So just go in and kind of look and see if there's something I need to say. So that means I'm not going to reply to everyone. I'm not going to go into each of you and say, that's a good point. Now what if blah, blah, blah. Okay? I'm going to leave that up to you. Because that's the whole point of a discussion board, is to have a conversation with your classmates. But what's really great about a discussion board is you can take a few minutes and really compose your thoughts. Because if we're ever having a conversation in class, sometimes we start talking in it and we have to stop and say, well, hold on, let me put my thoughts together exactly how I want to say them. And so we've got that kind of lag there in the conversation. Or you say something, wait, no, that's not exactly what I meant, kind of thing. And in a discussion board, you can take those thoughts, you can read somebody's response, and you can think about it a little bit. You can even go out and do a little more digging, researching, reading, whatever, go back to something that you read, and then come back and compose a good quality reply or a question to what they've said. So, I want us to know that the discussion boards are a place to talk about the questions, the issues that have come up. And I will tell you this, I don't like the responses that are, I totally agree. I think that's a great idea. Or, you've got a good point. Or, this is a great idea. Or, just something that you've read, oh yeah, I like that, da-da-da, and that's it. Okay. I want us to probe a little bit and say, okay, yeah, that is a good idea. And I can see where you're going. What would happen if we used this instead? Or, you make a good point, but can I agree to disagree? And here's why. That's perfectly fine to do, you guys. All right? So we're gonna get on this, I hope, this semester. Because this course is going to have a lot of conversation in it. All right? So I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, so that's how I'm going to handle those. I know I'm talking too much. I just like to talk. All right, incompletes. If you need an incomplete, talk to me. That's just how an incomplete policy. Again, you've been in this program long enough to know about time expectations. You can expect, 5 to 8 hours is, I think, probably conservative estimate on time you might take to work on this class. It's going to vary from one week to another, okay? So just know that. Another thing, and I think I talked about it in the video on the homepage. Here's what I want you to set as a goal for yourself. Okay, so write this down. Jot it on a note on your iPad or whatever. Okay. Note to self. I will check my Canvas course for trends and issues every Thursday. And I will check to see what I'm supposed to do for that week. I will scan the module to make sure all the links work, that I can access the technology I'm being asked to access, that I understand what the instructor is asking me to do, and I will ask questions if I need to ask questions for clarification, and I will make a plan to complete the module or the expectations for that module. Okay. And then I will move forward with the rest of the week, or the 2 weeks. Some of the modules are 2 weeks long. So that's what I want you to do. On Thursday sometime, doesn't have to be in the morning first thing. It could be after you put your kids to bed in the evening. That's fine. But sometime on Thursday, your goal is to log on to Canvas, check our class. See what's been open that day, if there's anything that's been changed. Make sure you don't have any messages from me saying, hey, we found a glitch or something wasn't working. Go try this instead, or we've changed a date. All right? So you're going to come in on Thursday. You're going to look at what's expected. You're going to make a plan. And after that, if you don't get logged on again till Saturday or Sunday, that's fine. I understand that, or even Tuesday afterwards, depending on what your weekend's got going on. But as long as you get on Thursday, and maybe Friday, but let's set Thursday as a goal, to see what's expected and to make a plan so that you can be successful. Because, no offense guys, but if you wait until Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever, before you even log on, and something doesn't work, and you send me this panic, oh my gosh, I can't get this to work, I've tried, yada yada, whatever, and I go back into Canvas and see that you just logged on for the first time, and it's the first time you're looking at it, I'll have a little compassion, but not a lot. Okay? Just know that. Right? I'll work with you a little bit, but probably not as much as I would have if you'd have contacted me Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday or Sunday, depending. Okay? So just know that. So the best idea, you don't have to work on stuff on Thursday. Just go in and look at it and see what you need to do. Check a link or two if you need to, just to make sure things are kosher. Ask questions for clarification. Okay? Because I don't know. Because sometimes what I think I see at my side might not be what you see on your side. Or something that works for me, for some reason, might not work for you, depending on logins and that kind of stuff. Okay? So, check it early. Ask questions. Yay. Good. We're good. All right. So now, you don't want to see that. Who's online? All right. So there's the grading scale. Pretty common. And then we've got our topics here. And I tried to put the dates when things are going to be opening up and how long the modules will last. And then kind of what we're going to talk about during each module. These can change as we go. But right now, this is kind of, what we're going to look at as we work through. Okay. So this first week here, our introduction to trends and issues, okay, is pretty much let's see what's going on with the class. Let's kind of start our thinking a little bit, and let's kind of jump in first, and let's do some tweeting, some Twitter. Some of you might already tweet, and that's cool. It's great. All right? But we're going to kind of use it for this course, and yay. And then we're going to talk about the key trends, okay, and how those trends are going to fall down into possible technologies that are going to kind of start rolling out if they haven't already been used in K-12 education. And there's kind of a timeline, and this all kind of goes along. It all parallels with the Horizon report as we work through the, at least down through spring break. Okay, and then after spring break away just a little bit from the Horizon report, because there's some things that I want to talk about that I think are kind of big trends in technology, especially technology and education, that we need to talk about and look at. Gaming. Oh my gosh, gaming and gamification are huge right now. Okay, assistive technology is huge right now. Using iPads with autistic kids, with ELL kids, all that. I mean, that's just big stuff. Okay, and then we're going to kind of come back to that Horizon report a little bit again, and we're going to talk about the challenges, because we've got all these trends, these things that we think are awesome and great, and we'll talk about a few challenges as we go through too. But then we want to come back and just really spend 2 weeks just looking at the challenges and things, that the roadblocks that we run into. We probably won't come up with any answers, but we can at least talk about them and start thinking and maybe working towards solutions to some of our challenges. Okay? And then you'll spend that last week, and there'll be a project of some kind to kind of wrap everything up together. So that's the syllabus. I would say in a nutshell, but I think I've talked for several minutes. I want you to be successful. So I want you to know that I am here. I want to be an involved part of the class. I think there's 29 or 30 of us in this class. So it's like I said, it's difficult to interact with everybody. We'll probably do some group things to build that little community. I lost my thought. Well, that's okay, because I need to wrap up anyway. So, for you, your success, first thing, check Canvas, excuse me, on the day the course content opens every week, and that's Thursdays for this course. So check Canvas on Thursdays to make your plan to successfully accomplish the module objectives. Okay? Second thing, there's all sorts of information in our Canvas course. Use it. Be familiar with it. Third, ask questions. We don't get to see each other in person, right? At least not very often. So if you don't understand, or if you need clarification, don't feel bad for asking. If we were sitting in class together and I gave you the syllabus, or I passed out an assignment, and you look through it and you say, well, I don't quite think that makes sense, or I need to double check and make sure that that's what she means, you would raise your hand and you would say, Mrs. Hudeberg, here's how I'm interpreting this instruction. Is that what you mean? And I would say, yes, that's exactly it. Or, oh, nope. Tell me why that's what you think, and I can help clarify. Okay? Your misconception. Or I can say, oh, gosh, I see why you think that. I need to make that change so that nobody else has that same misconception. Because sometimes what I think makes sense as I'm putting it in words doesn't come across the same way when you're reading it. So, I need your help with that. So, ask me. And here's the other thing. But don't ask me when you submit the assignment. Or here's one of my big pet peeves. And I'll tell you, it's not just my pet peeve, it's a lot of instructors' pet peeves. You're taking an online course. You do this assignment. You look at it, you're like, I hope this is what they want. You do it. You submit it through the learning management system, which for us is Canvas. And then type a little message. I hope this assignment is what you were looking for. I did the best I could, but I wasn't sure about ... And I read that, and I'm like, why didn't they ask me when they first looked at the assignment, or as they were started to work through the assignment and got to a point they were like, well, I'm not sure what direction to go from here. Ask me then. Don't do the assignment. Turn it in and say, well, here's what I think you wanted. Yikes. Because that's not helping you be successful, and that's not helping make me a better instructor. So ask. That's all I can say. Ask. Please. Okay, so don't wait. You're not going to bother me by asking. A lot of people, I hate to bother you, but... No, don't do that. That's what I'm here for. You're not bothering me. And just because you're taking this course online doesn't mean you're out there all by yourself. Okay? In fact, I'm going to try during each module, when you got stuff to work on, to put a little discussion board in there that's for us to ask questions of each other about, clarification and that kind of stuff. So common questions you might have, ask it there, and then we can talk through it. Okay. So to get the most out of this course, got to engage in this course. That means communicating with me and communicating with your classmates, okay, and not feeling isolated. And I'm going to do my best to help you not feel like you're out there off all alone with nobody to help you, because that's not the case. Okay? I'm here to help you. Your classmates are here to help you. And together we're going to have a fantastic semester. So I'll talk to you later.